God, I'm waiting for Johnny to come out with that music. Not old enough for Johnny Carson? All right. Well, I am. You see some gray happening up here? I am. I'm a musician as well, so my set list lives on the floor, as it should. You guys hear me all right? Yeah. First time in the room, first time anywhere. Just so you know. I'm looking for extra kindness today. So I'm from North Jersey. Anybody from Jersey, or particularly North Jersey? I know the guy at the counter up there is from South Jersey, which is not even in the same state, actually. Sorry. North Jersey, anybody? Manhattan area? All right, so when you're from that area, you don't have like you're from Chicago, you have Chicago accent. You know, you sound like you're from Chicago or the Midwest or wherever it is. But in North Jersey, you take on that mafia thing. If you're remotely Italian. I'm half Italian, but even if I look a little tiny bit Italian, I'm going to pick up that mafia thing because it's real, it's there. But we play it up, and ever since Casino, Goodfellas, and then Sopranos, the granddaddy of them all, put Jersey on the map for that whole mob thing. So we like to walk around and think like, hey, I talk like that too. Gabagool. I just drop my vowels on everything. I don't like Scungil or Kalamat. No, please, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I mean it. Get the fuck out of here. The exit's right there. Okay, you bought that for a second. See how that worked? For a second, he was like, I didn't even do that. What is wrong with this guy? So that North Jersey thing, it just follows you. But as you can see, I'm not about that at all. I mean, I go to therapy. Anybody admit that they go to therapy right here in the room? Yep. All right, I heard you say that up upstairs. And whatever you're drinking, by the way, start passing it around. Because we need a little of what you're drinking. Maybe. But I go to a therapist. I'm proud of it. Yeah, I used to think people who are weak, went to therapists because they can't solve their own problems. Actually, therapy is maybe the hardest thing you'll ever do if you're going there to actually accomplish something. But my therapist the other day, she said something that was just odd for me. She says, she was talking about something important, and she's like, you're a grown-ass man. And I was like, she's not from the hood, so maybe I should say that. She's from Yale. So the people don't talk like this, grown-ass man. So I was like, I don't know what to do with that. All right, flat. Mark that down for correction. So here's another thing that I learned from therapy, which is actually really important. It touches every area of your life. You'll notice in your life when you're trying to make things go well, or you're trying to find the right solution or answer in your life, the answer is not usually in the extremes. That's where we get in trouble. When we start thinking all or nothing, it's got to be this way or that way. The guy in the back's like, that's right, it's true, man. You're right. So the thing is, the answers are in the middle. They're always in the gray. And that's what they teach you in therapy. It's kind of like, don't get hung up in these thinking traps. Like, by the way, black or white. I mean, how long are we going to stay hung up in black or white? Anybody black or white in this room? I mean, truly, like the chair. Anybody white like the chair? Or your shirt? No. Oh, yeah. We're all like jelly donuts. Little brown, red in the middle. What do you say? All right, well, that's my time. Thank you, guys.
Good one, please. First time ever doing comedy. Good one, please. Yes, good stuff. You have a great stage presence. I'm sure you'll hear that a lot going forward. Clearly, you said you're a musician, so you performed before. What instrument or what?
I play bass, I sing.
Oh, wow, yeah. So you're like Stephen Van Zandt from The Sopranos. Yeah. That's awesome. Good for you, man. One of the things you're going to work on, I'm really bad with this. You saw me in the beginning. Just get into a punchline as quickly as possible, so like word economy, right? As few words for the exposition of each joke as possible will help you for sure. But you got a great energy, so everyone's glued in. And I'll say for this room at least, you don't have to do crowd work. Don't feel like you have to, talk, because these are all people waiting to perform. So
I can't stop myself. I'm trying not to do that.
But you have a great energy. And then I'll say, what else was I? I like the idea. So when you go back to Jersey, do you just like do you go through a portal and then all of a sudden you're just like Superman in a phone booth? You have the leather jacket, you have the shoes, everything, the slacks. Is that how it works? Yeah. Do you transform on your way there, and then when you come back, are you like this? Is that how it works for you? I'm curious because that could be part of the joke too. Is like because you're saying everyone in Jersey acts a certain way.
I don't know if that's a real question or not, but I like the premise of the idea of it's like
Right.
this transformation.
It's half and half. I'll say.
Yeah, when I go back
like,
to Jersey, there I go.
yeah,
I like that.
and then the hair's slicked back, everything, right? Gabagool, the whole, Moulignon, all of it. Yeah. You get racist
I don't
in
say
Jersey.
that.
Okay.
He's not the Fonz. Really, the only thing I have for you is I also agree with Christian. Since you're comfortable on stage, you're not going through that weird comedy trying to be comfortable on stage phase. You're gonna have to adjust a little bit because it's comedy and not music, so different energy for it. But you're already mostly there. One thing I like the idea of is that I think what you were saying it without actually saying it is that their therapist was trying to somewhat relate to you by saying grown-ass man, even though you said that she's Yale educated and whatnot. It's kind of this would be the weirdest example. It's how people will say the N-word, but it sounds weird coming from them. You could tell who says it regularly and who said, not the slur by the way, I mean the one that ends with an A.
Right.
You could tell who says it regularly, and you could tell, oh no, this there's a record scratch moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's your therapist trying to relate to your jerseyness or whatever, you know what I mean?
That's what I was hoping for
Yeah.
out of that. But I don't know if you can tell my style is to not plan too much. I give myself some bullets and stuff so if I think through, and then if I think through too much, I lose something. So, but that's what I wanted. That kind of
Comedy fans are a lot dumber than music fans. Yeah, that's what I'll leave you with.
Comedy fan here. I guess what I'm curious about, and I love the whole thing, and I think the crowd work thing, keep that up. Honestly, stuff like that goes viral. So I keep on doing that. Now, personally, I find it hilarious to talk to people from Jersey and get their feelings on it. Whether they hate it or they love it, it's fun to hear them hate it. It's fun to hear them love it. So I'd love to hear more of what you think about Jersey.
Yeah, so I could maybe get more out of the Jersey thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I like the combination of what you're saying with what you're saying, which is maybe needs a little context of that transformation, how that affects me. Thank you.
Great job, Wes. Good
Thank you
job,
all.
man. For the first time, man. That's awesome. That's